Welcome to another edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. This is where we ask you to help us solve some crimes and look at some videos and pictures and try to help us pick up some people that are wanted for some crimes. This week we've done pretty good. You've never let us down. 4 arrests brings our count up to 4,642 people put in jail, all because somebody helped us out. This is truly a partnership and we can't do it without you, so we appreciate the help. Before we get started with the show this week, I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in Calhoun County, and as we get a little bit of normalcy back, you know, we've had the COVID-19 delay schools and mess with our football, but homecoming weeks are starting to happen throughout Calhoun County, and with that, we have junior-senior wars. You think, well, why should we talk about junior-senior wars on Calhoun County's Most Wanted, where we talk about criminals and crimes? Well, you know, rolling of yards can technically be a crime, but you know, done in all good fun. Most people allow it and aren't upset with it as long as somebody doesn't tear up their home. But technically it is a crime. But also, where we see a lot of problems at is people try to do something to the people that are rolling. It's kind of fun. When you roll a yard, you kind of want to get caught, you want to get chased. You know, it's all about getting somebody and chasing them, just the fun sport of it. But we can take it too far on the rolling side and damage property, but people who are being rolled can take it too far. I've seen several Facebook videos in the past couple of days where people are using paintball guns to shoot at people. Well, that's a felony. You can't shoot at somebody, even with a paintball gun, for rolling your yard. If you was to hit somebody and put their eye out or harm them, you could be charged with a felony crime. And it goes back to good fun. You know, these traditions that's gone on for years. We have people call us every year wanting us to put children in jail for rolling yards, and then we have people that get upset because their child was injured or something was done to them by somebody that yard was being rolled. You know, what's the answer to this is probably restraint on both sides, but if you see somebody rolling your yard, please don't shoot at them with any kind of paintball gun or anything like that. You're committing a felony, and you could go to jail for that, way worse than somebody rolling your yard, which would only be a small misdemeanor and a fine. So if you have a problem, call us at the sheriff's office. We'll be glad to try to mediate and stop what we can out in the county. At the same time, let's all just try to have some good, clean fun and respect each other and love one another and enjoy our homecoming weeks and enjoy football as our kids have a little bit of normalcy in their life. But stay tuned for the first half of the lineup. If you see somebody, give us a call and we'll be glad to come pick them up for you. Thank you for watching.
Behind me is a gift card station. You may have seen one at any of the chain stores here locally. You've probably shopped at one. Unfortunately, way too many people in Calhoun County shop these for the wrong reason. As you can see, there are Amazon, iTunes, eBay, and PayPal cards, and many store brand cards. These are all gift cards. Keep in mind the word gift. These cards are not for paying a bill. They're not to pay for lottery winnings, and not to pay for a family member's bond or your bond to prevent an arrest. They should not be used to pay for something that you have found for sale on a Facebook yard sale ad or something on Craigslist. The utility companies or the Social Security office will not contact you to make payment for any reason by using a gift card. If you find an item for sale, be sure you see the item in person and verify the seller is legitimate. Remember, you never really know who is behind the computer screen selling a pet or a car or even renting a house or an apartment. You don't really know who this boyfriend or girlfriend is that you met online and have been corresponding with because they are stationed in the Middle East and trying to get back home. Unfortunately, we live in a digital age now, and you just don't know who you are dealing with, be it by computer, text messages, or an actual phone call. Don't talk to strangers. This is the same warning that we strongly advise our children. Weekly, I hear from folks who have been scammed out of their hard-earned money by purchasing these cards to give the card numbers to criminals. If you have been scammed or know someone who has been scammed, the best way to get the word out and warn others is for you to tell the story. If you need more information, you can call me, Nancy Hilton, at the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office, 256-236-6600.
Welcome to this week's lineup. First, we start with Constance Murphy, Hope's Bluff, for a probation violation of possession of controlled substance. Isaac Russell of Anniston, failure to pay, receiving stolen property first. Kiera Hartley, Talladega, probation violation for possession of a controlled substance. Wesley Nelson of Weaver, failure to appear on possession of marijuana second. David Nosworthy of Alexandria, a failure to appear for theft of property fourth degree. Amanda Morris of Decatur, Georgia, another failure to appear for theft of property fourth degree and criminal trespass third. If you have any information on these subjects, please call us at the Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600. Welcome back to Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Hopefully you saw somebody in the first half of the lineup. You can give us a call and we can haul them to jail and get them off the streets. This week we're going to be talking to Teresa Crossan. Good to have you on the show, Teresa.
Thank you very much.
Now, a lot of people know you and your husband around the Oxford area, and your husband is, I'd like to say, is one of a kind. He's a true hero in my book. There's about 15 years ago, a lot of people don't know, we had a very bad situation that happened at the Sheriff's Office, and your husband, Bull, works for Skinner's, and he drives a wrecker for them. And you say, well, how could he be a hero driving a wrecker? Well, not only does he help people all the time, because he is truly a man with a true heart of gold, but that day we had a man that was shooting at us, and he actually shot several Anniston police officers, and your husband hooked to the car and pulled it out of the way so those officers could be rescued and saved, and we were much safer because of his bravery. And he actually went into the line of fire and hooked to that car. I know this really has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but forever grateful for the kind of man that he is. And I know that he's your husband and you love him, but he is a wonderful man, and I just wanted to give him a shout out of how much we appreciate and love him. So.
Well, thank you. Yes, he is one of a kind. He and I have been married 34 years now. It's been
that
wonderful.
qualifies you for sainthood, I believe.
It qualifies him for sainthood, believe me. He puts up with a lot with me volunteering and dragging him into things, and he goes willingly, happily, and with a smile on his face. So.
Well, talking about the Heart of Gold and what y'all do, y'all are part of Oxford Fest.
We are.
And how long has Oxford Fest been going on?
This was our 33rd year.
33 years of Oxford Fest.
33 years of Oxford Fest, and created so many years ago by Mr. Dorsey, Peggy Kirby, J.J. Dark. I know those are names from the past. Miss Peggy is still with us, but created to bring recognition and support to downtown Oxford.
And Oxford has done such a wonderful job making that downtown. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
It is, and you see people walking around and stopping for ice cream, and it's always a little busy bee going on. And we are excited to be a part of that and still want to bring recognition to our downtown merchants and businesses down there. They are in our heart.
Well, you know, there's good restaurants. There's, like you said, it's the old nostalgic feeling that you can go downtown and it's kind of just, things are a little bit slower and
Right.
kind of move through is very, very nice. And, you know, and Oxford Fest has done a wonderful job. I have some stuff that I've gotten from the crafts there. I have a rocking chair that it's wood, but it is sturdy as it comes, and we've had that thing, I know, since 1998 or so.
Handcrafting is an art, and they take it seriously. And with the downtown Oxford area, you know, right there at Simmons Park, I believe Mr. Simmons donated that to the city of Oxford to be the hub where merchants used to bring their wares and their goods to sell. And we like carrying on that tradition with Oxford Fest, and happy to be a part of it.
Well, you know, it is a good time, and I've been to many of them, and people come and socialize. And in today's world, you know, human beings are put on this earth to be around other human beings.
Exactly.
So staying on the internet and doing online shopping, which is, I do a lot. You know, I ordered some stuff the other day that you know, it's almost norm now. I needed some parts for my tractor, so I ordered it offline because you just can't go to the store and buy it. But going up and down and socializing in Oxford is a wonderful thing. And I know many people go. When I go, you have to park way off and walk. to come because so many
Well,
people do
we
come?
will have a shuttle. Brother Grinstead will be driving a shuttle from the Quintard Mall, helping those across and back and forth.
Another
so-
man with a heart of gold.
And he is looking forward to seeing his bus riders. I mean, he is excited for the opportunity to do so. Brother Grinstead is a great support for Oxford Fest and us, as is Pastor Gary Burns. I mean, we can't do without our community support.
And that's really what
recognition.
Oxford Fest is about community. It's
It
about
is.
community support. It's about being together, and especially in the days world of COVID-19, having a little normalcy is nice.
Well, I know a lot of people are questioning our reasoning for doing it this year
Well, before we get into that,
Okay.
let's take a break, and then let's go back. We'll talk more about it in depth about the pros and cons and the COVID and
Okay.
and things that we have to do in today's world. But we'll get to that on the second half of the show. If you'll everybody just hang with us for a few minutes, we'll be right back. Pay attention to the lineup. Give us a call. Welcome to the second half of this week's lineup. Holly Pace of Florence, Alabama, probation violation for receiving stolen property, first degree. Dylan Humphrey of Montford, probation violation, possession of a controlled substance. Rosalind Montgomery of Anniston, failure to appear for theft of services, first degree. Ricky Sentinel, Piedmont, Alabama, probation violation of possession of a controlled substance. Ricky Angle of Jacksonville, false reporting to a law enforcement officer and possession of a forged instrument, third degree. Dakota Broom of Weaver, probation revocation for use or possession of drug paraphernalia. Chase Vandiver of Anniston, probation violation for possession of a controlled substance. If you have any information about the whereabouts of these subjects, please call the Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600. We need your information, not your name. Welcome back. We appreciate you looking at the lineup. Hopefully you saw somebody in there and you can give us a call and we can make an arrest and get them off the streets. But we are back talking about Oxford Fest with Teresa Crossan.
We are.
So Oxford Fest is, people that haven't been there, it's hard for me to imagine anybody hasn't been to Oxford Fest that would watch the show, but it may be that's so.
Okay.
But what could they expect? What kind of vendors are there?
Oh my goodness, we have so many new vendors this year. Some of our vendors that have been with us for 20 plus years are coming back. The airplane cans.
Where the guy makes airplanes and stuff out of aluminum cans?
Yeah, he is going to be back. We've got some of the prettiest wreaths coming. Y'all need to show up and look for your wreaths because they are gorgeous. We've got 201 vendors. We're down 100 vendors.
Wow.
but
Is that due to the
spacing.
spacing?
Due to the spacing.
So y'all are taking precautions for the COVID. So
We are.
So you're making more. People say, how can you space out in this? Well, it's an outdoor event. for
It is
one.
an outdoor
And
event.
so the governor's order said if you're an outdoor event and you can stay away from people 6 feet and social distance, that's perfectly allowable.
Correct.
And also, in the day's time, we hear a lot of different things and people get on the internet and they want to be keyboard commandos and things of that nature. But basically, we all have a personal responsibility. If you don't feel safe, don't come.
Exactly. And Oxford Fest, at the heart of Oxford Fest is children. And without the proceeds from Oxford Fest, there are children who may not get Christmas. One of our people that we sponsor and that we help is the Talladega School for the Deaf and Blind. And every year a donation is made to that school to aid in the purchase of Christmas presents for those residents that may not get, or coats and shoes and coats for children who may not get winter clothing, or school supplies. And at the very core of Oxford Fest is children and our community.
I don't think people realize that. I think people think it's just a place for people to come and shop and people make money, but it's really...
We are a nonprofit organization and we support our community. I think Mr. Dorsey told us at last run it was like $350,000 had been donated back into the community, and Mr. Dorsey has been gone from our committee for at least 10 years, so we've well exceeded that number.
Wow.
We have helped people in some of the most dire situations, house burned. reach out. You know, that's what we're here for, is to support our community. And we sponsor the Christmas parade in Oxford every year. Nobody pays to enter into the Christmas parade. Oxford Fest pays all entry fees. Oxford Fest has Santa. Oxford Fest pays for the candy that Santa gives out. So we support the Christmas parade as well. We pay our bands to come to the Christmas parade. So that is something that we are privileged to be able to do for our community and for Oxford, and have for 33 years.
Wow. You know, I really truly don't think people know all of that. I'm ashamed to say I didn't know all of that until just now. So that is, you know, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be about community, and I think that's what Oxford Fest is about. We're not meant to be separated and just do everything virtually. We're meant to be around each other.
We are.
You know,
and I mean, Oxford Fest is invested into downtown Oxford. I mean, we have our own power poles. We are self-sufficient. We pay for our own power. We have our own insurance policy. You know, we support and maintain ourselves, and we are truly invested into downtown Oxford. That's where we live. That's where it started. That's where our roots are. And we just love being a part of the community and seeing all of our wonderful people that come back and visit us from year to year to year.
it definitely shows. You can tell by, if you've rode through downtown Oxford, you can tell that people are investing, people are and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
You know, and this week, this Oxford Fest is this Saturday,
This
October
Saturday,
the 3rd.
October 3rd.
What time does it begin?
Opening ceremonies begin at 8 o'clock. We will have Judge Alice Martin will be a part of our opening festivities by singing our anthem. Oxford Police Department will provide our colors. We'll present our colors at the stage, and then we will have music all day from our Sonny King Automotive Group stage. They are our sponsor of our stage and have been for years.
So what type of music will there be?
Clear Vision will start off. We always start off with our gospel. We get into the lower soft rock, and then Hutch Edwards Project always brings us home and does our $1,000 drawing at 4 o'clock for us.
Wow, so you can win $1,000.
You can win. You can make a $1 donation, get a ticket, and to have a chance on winning $1,000, in addition to 90 additional door prizes from our merchants, downtown merchants, sponsors, and we are giving away a TV, we're giving away a barbecue grill, 2 smokers, the big smokers from Camping World. So,
Well, and all by helping children as well.
exactly.
We have to take a break, but thank you so much for coming on Oxford Fest, and thank you for what you do in the city of Oxford.
Well, thank you for having us. We
Yes, ma'am.
appreciate that.
All righty, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Calhoun County's Most Wanted. This segment of the show is where you can help us solve some crimes. Between September the 8th and 18th, an unknown person broke into a residence located on Highway 278 in Piedmont. 3 window air conditioner units, assorted hand tools, and some jewelry was stolen. Between September the 12th and 21st, someone illegally entered a barn located on Gray Harrelson Road in Piedmont. A red Troy-built lawnmower, a steel K-12 saw, Craftsman post saw, and 4 aluminum wheels were stolen. Between September the 13th and 22nd, an orange and black Husqvarna riding mower was stolen from a residence located on Highway 204 in Wellington. On September the 22nd, a report was filed for a stolen tandem axle trailer. It was last seen on September the 20th at a residence located on Mud Street in East Dubuque. Between September the 16th and 23rd, a generator, a Rossi 357 revolver, and a Social Security card was stolen from a location on Jackson Trace in Anniston. On September the 25th, 2 reports were filed for breaking and entering a vehicle on Torrin Lane in Anniston. Between September the 18th and 24th, an unknown person stole a DeWalt air compressor from a residence on Airport Road in Oxford. Between September the 23rd and 25th, someone stole a Kubota zero-turn lawnmower from a residence on Mud Street in Lincoln. On September the 27th, a report was filed for breaking and entering a vehicle located on Short Street in Oxford. A wallet with its contents was taken. Between September the 25th and 27th, someone broke out a window at a residence on Little John Road in Jacksonville. An antique porch glider and various parts for a vintage truck and tractor were stolen. If you have any information to help us solve these crimes, please call the Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600. We need your information, not your name.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Welcome back to our crazy criminal. This week is a pretty good one. There was a police department in Texas that put a Facebook post out that they had information that some drugs had been contaminated with the virus of the Ebola virus, which is a deadly virus that people are worried about. So they put it out. If you've been using any of these drugs, please bring it by the police department and they'll check it for Ebola. So Chastity Hobson brought her drugs by the PD to have it checked, and you can tell by her face, she looks pretty happy there getting arrested, but I guess she's happy because she didn't have the Ebola. But if you think your drugs might be infected with COVID-19 or the Ebola, you can bring them by the Sheriff's Office or call us. We'll come check it out for you, and we can help you out, and maybe you'll be just as happy as Chastity is when we take you to jail. Thank you for watching our show. Hopefully we'll see you next week, but not in the lineup.